the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Breaking now at 10, a man is dead after being shot by police near Tyson's Corner Center in Virginia. Authorities just giving an update moments ago. We're live on scene in what is a very active investigation at this hour.
Plus, call for action as more messages of hate are seen in Maryland's largest school district tonight. Parents and activists sounding off, searching for solutions to stop anti-Semitism in schools.
Also, is going to college worth years of student loans? That question top of mind as local universities hike up tuition. We're live in Georgetown with the details.
And we may have been cool and cloudy out there today, but temperatures are set to skyrocket on Thursday to record-breaking levels. Just how warm is it going to be? We'll have your forecast here in just a bit.
And begin tonight with breaking news. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmin Mahfouz. An active investigation happening in Fairfax County, Virginia, where a police officer shot and killed a man tonight. It happened near Tyson's Corner Center on Fashion Boulevard in McLean just before 7 o'clock this evening. Our Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla joins us live from the scene. Max, authorities just gave an update. The suspect allegedly has a violent criminal history.
He does, that's right. Well, Chief Kevin Davis said that and a little bit more about the background of the officers and the person who was shot and killed. But as of now, we still don't know a ton of details about what led up to the shooting. What we do know is that a group of officers were called because of a reported theft here at the Tyson's Corner Center. And when they arrived and they saw the man they believed was the suspect in that theft, they chased after him outside of the mall area. Now, this man started running away toward a wooded area near the sort of the exterior of the mall property line. The man then, police say, ran into the woods, and something happened where both of the officers, one in uniform, one in street clothes, opened fire. They shot this man. We don't know how many times, but we do know he was shot, brought to the hospital, and that's where he died. Now, as far as what prompted the shooting, we still don't know. The one officer who was in uniform was wearing a body camera, so police will review that, and within 30 days they will make that available to the public. But importantly, Chief Davis did not say the man was armed. There was no indication he was, though they're still waiting to determine that, waiting for the sun to come up and explore that crime scene. Here's what he said about this being still an active scene.
I want to be really careful when I describe what the suspect may have been or may not have been in his possession at the time our police officers discharged their firearms. He was about 20, 30 yards into a pretty thick wooded patch. So that's why we're holding that scene, because we want to make sure that if anything was discarded, that we have an opportunity to identify it and recover it.
So that's why Chief Davis was not willing to say definitively the man was unarmed, but no, that's a big question we're still waiting on. We do know the officers were veteran officers. We don't know much about them beyond that. And as far as the man shot and killed, we know he was an adult man. Again, as you described, well known to law enforcement with a violent criminal past, but we don't know who he is or where he lived. In the coming hours and days, I'm sure we'll learn more. We'll stay on this story, keeping you updated from Tyson's Corner Center. We'll send it back to you. We're live in Fairfax County. Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, also breaking now near Orlando, Florida. Police say a TV reporter and a little girl were killed in a series of shootings. It happened today in Pine Hills. Sheriff's Department says a woman in her 20s was shot, later died from her injuries. After investigators left that scene, a news crew was parked outside that home. Police say that's when the 19-year-old suspect walked up to the news vehicle and shot two people from News 13. The reporter was killed. The photographer is in critical condition right now. And all new at 10, a photo of the suspect has now been released. They say this man, Keith Moses, after shooting that news crew, walked to another street into a house where he shot and killed a 9-year-old girl and her mother. Moses is now behind bars. We'll be sure to bring you any updates both on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.
Folks, it's been a crazy week with our weather, no doubt about it. We had 60s just yesterday and Monday, down to the 50s out there today, and it's all because of this massive storm system that is stretching from the East Coast all the way out to the Mountain West, with wintry weather across those northern states, some severe weather down to the south, and we pretty much are situated in the warm sector of this storm system. Hasn't felt like it yet today, thanks to all the clouds and such out there, but as we go through the nights, unlike any other typical overnight time frame, our temperatures are going to start to go up as we head toward the start of your Thursday. So we're at our coolest point here for the night right now, mid to upper 30s to the west, upper 40s to the east, including DC, which just dropped down to the 49-degree mark. But as you step out the door tomorrow morning, all you're going to need at best is a light jacket. The temperatures will already be into the upper 50s and low 60s. And yes, it is going to continue to get warmer from there, so we could set records as we go into Thursday afternoon with temperatures rising up toward 80 degrees. But this warmth, it is not set to stay here for very long. Are we really expecting those temperatures to take a pretty big tumble as we go toward the end of the week? And when will we have to deal with any precipitation? We'll have a full check of that forecast here in just a bit.
Eamon, thank you. And developing now, a push to fight against rising hate crimes in Montgomery County. Activists just fed up by it.
Yeah, they address anti-Semitism within Montgomery County Public Schools after 9 incidents since just Friday. Our Michaela Newton live tonight in the newsroom. And Michaela, you listened in to tonight's virtual meeting.
Yeah, well, Chris Hasmin, that meeting just wrapped up, and it had local organizations, the Jewish Community Relations Council and the Anti-Defamation League. They just wrapped up that meeting addressing anti-Semitism in Montgomery County schools. Now, in that meeting, they touched on the recent rise in anti-Semitic messages. So as you mentioned earlier, there have been 9 incidents in less than a week. And one of the latest acts happened at Magruder High School, where anti-Semitic graffiti was found on school desks. Now, the group says they plan on pushing legislation that would strengthen punishments for hate crime laws. Now, some parents in the meeting say they're afraid of the health ramifications of anti-Semitic incidents.
And I'm worried about the kids who, even if they don't see it, even if it's not drawn on their desk, that there are health ramifications to coming to school scared every day.
And earlier today, Montgomery County Council President Evan Glass called for the establishment of an anti-hate task force. And according to Glass, the county executive seems to be on board with this plan. But I also spoke to students and parents that we will be listening to in the next half hour. For now, reporting in the newsroom, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now. All
right, developing tonight, car thefts in D.C. are on the rise. In fact, D.C. police say they're up 113% compared to the same time a year ago. Our Dave Laval talked to a man whose car was recently stolen and is now dealing with the fallout.
D.C. police report about 18 cars, trucks, vans, motorcycles are stolen every day around the district. One of the most recent thefts took place along Downing right here, near the corner of 13th Place Northeast.
What's going on?
I got my car stolen.
Michael Chen shares the news with friends. Someone stole his 1996 blue Mazda Miata last Friday. He parked it along Downing Street while he went to the gym. Chen told us someone in an unmarked tow truck with Maryland tags took it.
I'm hoping it's still a mistake, but I think the car is gone. But we'll see. It's, I guess it's the cost of living in the city. So,
D.C. police report just over 1,000 vehicle thefts so far this year, a whopping 113% increase from the same time a year ago. They've issued a special warning for owners of Kias or Hyundais made in 2011 to 2021. There's a system flaw, say police, in the metal or steel keys used to operate those cars and trucks thieves are targeting.
Auto theft can be a crime of opportunity. There are individuals who target behaviors that lead to opportunities to steal your automobile.
Police say there are some things you can do to protect your property. First, never leave your car or truck unattended. Always lock your doors and close the windows. Never leave a spare key in the car. Park in a well-lit area if possible. There's something else Chen says he would do.
if I had to do over again, I would have put like a tile or air tag in it. so I could have seen where it went.
We mentioned the special warning for owners of Kias and Hyundais. DC police told us earlier this month 31% of all the car thefts around the city between January 1st and January 23rd involved those makes of cars. In Brentwood, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
And new tonight, soaring tuition rates at area universities have some students stressing about their future in higher education. So this week, Georgetown University is the latest to announce a rise in costs to attend the school. Now, hiking tuition up by nearly 5%. Our reporter Meryl Carbone has the latest.
I immediately was like, oh God, not again.
Sophomore Becca Haley says she was immediately stressed when she got this notice from Georgetown University announcing a nearly 5% hike in undergrad tuition.
My base panic is already pretty high, so it kind of is just like, still panic.
The increase puts tuition at about $65,000 for the 2023-2024 school year, and that's before room and board. And while the university says it'll also increase financial aid, it feels like another hit for Haley.
For me, it's like one of the reasons that I would transfer is like there's always this feeling of I'm not sure I can pay for next year.
Eventually it's going to hit, I think, like a ceiling mark where it just gets so high that higher ed's going to become unattainable.
Joanna Lee is graduating this year, but worries about the impacts of rising costs. According to a recent study by College Board, tuition for private four-year schools like Georgetown increased about 3.5% last year. For public schools, it was 2.2%.
How do I even plan for the future?
Chris Tangy is just a freshman. With 3 more years to go, he fears what his tuition will be by senior year and the impact it'll have on life after college.
That's going to put a dent in our savings and our future endeavors and our planning, so that's something that we all have to think about.
College hasn't been affordable for a really long time. And that's kind of where we have been, that's where we're going, is just we need to completely change how we do tuition and financial aid.
All right, so Georgetown University is not alone in increasing tuition. We know American University increased tuition by 5% for 2003 and 2004. Over at Catholic University, for tuition and room and board next year, it's going to cost students $74,000. And Chris and Tasmin, we don't know exactly for Howard University yet. They haven't announced online their upcoming tuitions, but we do know for last year, they increased the rate by 7.5%. Reporting live in Georgetown tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Well, thank you. Yeah, pretty drastic there. Meanwhile, renters who are struggling in Prince George's County, Maryland, may soon get some relief. It's all riding on the fate of a new bill. If it passes, it could bring some quick relief, but some say this doesn't resolve the bigger issue. Story in just minutes.
Plus, we're helping you stretch your dollar and showing you how to get the most from your tax refund this year. The good news for people who work from home. That's just ahead.
How many record temperatures are set to fall as we get into your Thursday afternoon with those temperatures climbing up toward 80 degrees? We'll have a full check of the forecast coming up after the break.